Okay, so we're in week 27 of NTI, and this week we're going to be talking about going from moles to grams. All right, and now this is going to build on last week when we talked about molar mass. All right, so if you don't know what molar mass is, you should probably go back, look at last week's work, or ask one of us teachers about it, because you're going to need to know a little bit about that to go on. Now, to go from moles to grams, all right, it's going to involve a little math work. It's going to be the beginning of a stoichiometry, and I know you've heard us talk about that and like, ooh, terms, but we are going to start off small, and this would be the easiest one of that to do. And so we're going to use that molar mass, all right, the masses, to go from the number of moles to the number of grams. Okay, so we're going to start off really small, and we're going to go from moles to grams of a single element. Not a compound, but a single element. And that's really easy to find the molar mass. Now, in this process of going from moles to grams, from moles to grams, it's going to involve multiplying. Okay, I'm going to give you some number in moles. Okay, and you're going to multiply it by the molar mass, and it's going to equal some number in grams. Okay, now simply if we were to look at this and be all theoretical, we'd see that we have a mole unit times grams per mole, because that's the unit that we looked at last week for the molar mass, and we'd see that these mole units would cancel out and our answer would only be in grams. Or you could just look at this and take my word for it. Okay, now we're going to start off small. All right, we're going to look at this problem right here. Okay, and it says we're going to convert 4.6 moles of AU, which is gold, to grams. All right, so we're going to go from moles to grams. I give you moles, and I'm asking for grams. So we're going from moles to grams. So I'm going to write down 4.6 moles. Okay, that's of AU. Okay, now I'm going to multiply it by the molar mass. All right, now how do you find the molar mass of a single element? Well, it's just the average atomic mass on the bottom that we looked at last week. All right, so for AU, if you look at the bottom, it's 196.97. Okay, this is the number right here that we're looking at. So we got 4.6 times 196.97 grams per mole. Okay, and it's going to give us an answer of 906.1 grams. All right, so if we weighed out 4.6 moles of gold, it would equal then this answer, 906.1 grams. So when it's a single element, all you have to do is multiply it by the average atomic mass, which is the molar mass of a single element. Okay, so look at this one. Okay, now this is the basic one. We're going to go on to a compound now. We did over here, moles times the molar mass. All right, so let's look at a compound. It's the same thing. All right, you're going to take the number of moles. You're going to multiply it by the molar mass, and it's going to give you the answer in grams. The only problem is, now we got to find the molar mass of the compound. All right, now we're going to do the exact same steps that we did last week to find the molar mass, and I'm going to do this in blue so we know that this is a separate problem. So for CO2, first we list the elements, C and O. All right, and this is the long way if you can't, just add it together in your head, or the shortcut. Okay, so I got 1 Cu, I got 2 O. All right, I look at the periodic table for C. All right, it's 12.01 at the bottom. I look at the periodic table for O. It's 16.00. All right, so we multiply this one by 12.01. This times 16.0. This gets 12.01. This one's 32. All right, we add these together and it gives us the molar mass of carbon dioxide. All right, so we got 44.01 grams per mole. All right, so this is my molar mass. This is going to be this right here. Okay, so now we could do our little conversion, and this is the, right here is the conversion factor. All right, that's that math work. So let's go ahead and do it like normal. Okay, the number of moles that they give me in this problem, okay, it's 12.6 moles. Okay, and all we have to do is multiply this by our molar mass. This is our molar mass. So it's a good thing you learned how to do molar mass, because now it's just another step in the conversion problem. So if you were weak in molar mass, or you slacked off and you didn't learn it, now it's going to be really paramount that you know how to do it. All right, so this just dropped down right here. So 44.01 grams per mole. And then this equals 554.5 grams of CO2. And we could put CO2 so we know which one we're talking about. So this is my answer. So this is the same math, except now we had to find the molar mass of the whole compound. Okay, so if you really struggle with the molar mass, you need to go back to last week's stuff and look at it. Okay, so this is the two problems that I'm going to give you so you can work on, is the single element and then the compound. And it's still the same thing. The number of moles, which is given in the problem. All right, so that's always going to be given, times the molar mass that you find, and it will equal grams. All right, make sure you ask any questions if you have them.